Alright, hello everyone. I am Peter96er, the coach of your Maryland Mudkips. I think it's been quite a while since you guys have seen this little graphic on the screen of the swamp. And we're gonna get back to the swamp. And to start off the new league that I am joining, which is PMPL, they're doing a tour. I don't know if that's considered a league, but I think it is. So it's a tour. It's going to be, I think, at max 8 weeks, but you're going to start off in pools. So let's just get right into the rules, because this is a little bit different than what we've been doing in the past. All coaches will be starting with Sylveon, Infernape, and Mimikyu, and then they'll have 70 points to complete the roster of 9 to 10 Pokemon. That includes Infernape, Sylveon, and Mimikyu, which the reason why this is the 3 Pokemon that we're starting with is that because this is the 3 owners' favorite Pokemon. And this is the anniversary tour, the 1-year anniversary, so every single team's gonna have at least Infernape, Mimikyu, and Sylveon. Coaches will be divided into pools of 8, drafting. There's 64 coaches, and I was in pool F. Yeah, I think the draft ended like around 2 days ago, and the draft itself, it's a national dex draft, so that's we get a lot more options. I'm excited to use some Pokemon I haven't used before because I'm pretty new to draft, and I usually only do Gen 9 drafts without any nat dex. The first pool, the first round of pool, you're gonna be sent into a pool of 4 players. The top 2 coaches from each pool get sent into the 32-man bracket, and then the games for the bracket will be played weekly. So let's get into the 3 Pokemon that have been selected for us already. The first one, and I think the most important, is Infernape. Infernape has an extremely good offensive typing, not so much defensive, but it's still not bad defensive typing. I don't know if it matters that much, because if you look at the defense and HP of Infernape, not good. But this thing is going to be able to do basically anything you want. Pretty good Pokemon because it has high attack, high special attack, and also high speed. So you can run Nasty Plot. I think it gets Nasty Plot, Vacuum Wave, Mach Punch. There's a lot of utility with this mod. Iron Fist is pretty good ability. Same, Blaze isn't as good, but it's also just a special attack set. It's not bad. And I didn't mention this yet, but the 3 favorite Pokemon, Infernape, Mimikyu, and Sylveon, they're going to be able to terrestrialize its open Terra. And so Infernape is now actually, it's a Terra Pokemon, which is extremely good, especially with this good of a Pokemon. Next, Mimikyu. I think Mimikyu is really underrated. Not the best stats, 476 total. Has decent speed with 96, decent attack with 90, and then some pretty bad bulk. But Disguise is a really good ability. He gets to just get off 1 free Swords Dance. And Ghost Fairy is an amazing ability. Offensively, I don't know if a single type resists it. I know there's Pokemon that wall Mimikyu, but like pretty sure like most steel types, but he has Drain Punch. It's a really good Pokemon. I think Mimikyu is really underrated. With the Ghost Fairy typing, really cool design. I can see why this could be someone's favorite Pokemon. In the league, it's kind of getting crapped on because people are saying it's not going to be used. But like the team I built, you guys haven't seen it yet, but it's actually quite weak to Mimikyu. Like I have very few answers, and so I kind of had to draft around Mimikyu towards the end of the draft. Final one is Sylveon. This is, I've gone into the abilities, but, Pixelate is a really good ability. I don't know if I'm going to be using Q-Charm. I'm very specially bulky, not very physically bulky. My special attack is really good. 350 is actually a really nice stat to hit, especially with Pixelate, because I think it makes any normal type attacks Fairy, and it makes those attacks 1.2. So it's getting just a boost to literally every single attack, which is almost like that's the reason why Ogerpon is so good, because its item is also really good while also having really good stab. You can see that I have 2 fairy types on the team already, and everybody does. So with the first round, I think almost everybody in my pool picked this Pokemon. Well, not this Pokemon, but picked this type, and that's a Steel type. Round 1, Aegislash. It did get nerfed in that dex, because instead of having 150 attack and 150 defense, it has 140, which is not bad. That's still really good. You hit 416 with max, so it's going to be extremely bulky. You're going to have pretty high offenses. I'm really excited to use Aegislash, because it seems like just such a good mon to use. Like, you don't need to worry. You can change up, like, the set that you want to run each week. 6 shiny, good typing. Steel Ghost is actually a really good typing. The ability is really good. The only really bad thing, like, I'm really bulky. I'm really offensive. The only bad thing is that I'm not fast. But even then, in Aegislash's case, that's pretty good for Aegislash, because you get to attack after they hit you, and then you get to press King's Shield, so then you can go back to your defense form, so then they hit you then. Really good Pokemon. He's also going to be able to come in on Toxic, because Toxic in that dex is given to, like, everyone. So you have really good round 1, and with round 2, Mega Garchomp. There's Megas allowed, there's no Z-moves allowed. You look at this guy's stat, it's incredible. The only thing bad is it has 92 speed. I don't think 92 speed is enough to make me not pick Mega Garchomp. For example, like, I know regular Garchomp, regular Garchomp is actually, like, 18 points, but it's only, like, you're only losing, like, 10 speed, I think, which is fine with me. I don't really need to be 92 speed. I know I'm also not going to be able to use an item, but I got 170 attack, insane bulk, and pretty good special attack. I could run this Garchomp, like, almost any way I want. The only real... it's a really good Pokemon. You usually wouldn't use it in, like, OU or anything, just because Garchomp's right there. You can give it an item, and, it's faster. But in Draft, I think Mega Garchomp gets a lot better. So, this is the Mega Rating. Since, Sylveon, Mimikyu, and Infernape are kind of, like, mid-tier mons, like, they're mid to high tier, I jumped straight down to 10 points after 2, like, pretty high Pokemon, and that's Starmie. Starmie, I think, is really good. His stat spread is actually pretty decent. The only thing you would like to see is that HP higher and that attack lower. But 520 is a really good total. 115 speed is blazing fast. Its special attack is really good, naturally. Doesn't really need to put a lot of investment to start hitting hard. 85 defense, 85 special defense, it's really good. But also this thing gets Rapid Spin. Rapid Spin, I needed some way to control hazards. I know a lot of things get the fog, but I still want one of the better Rapid Spinners. Pretty good type, but another thing is that Starmie, it deals with Infernape, which everyone has. And it does well into Mimikyu, and it does alright into Sylveon. So Starmie does really good into the Pokemon that they have, which is like pretty much all I needed to do. Its abilities, Garchomp's ability is also pretty useless. The only thing is that, because I have to Mega it no matter what, unless I'm switching this in, Rough Skin is never going to be used. And then Sand Force I'm never using because I'm not running like Sandstorm or anything. But Starmie, Eliminate, Natural Cure, and Analytic. Analytic isn't good just because I'm gonna be outspeeding everything. I'm gonna outspeed everything, and Analytic only gives me the boost when I'm slower. Next, the 4th round, I decided to pick up Grafaiai. This is what I meant when I said that I was gonna start to build around my Mimikyu weakness, and that's why I decided to add Grafaiai. It deals with Mimikyu, like, all the time. It's not gonna like taking a +2 Drain Punch, but Mimikyu isn't gonna like taking a Gunk Shot from Grafaiai either. So, there's that. It has 3 pretty good abilities. It has the 2 broken abilities in Burden and Prankster, and then a pretty good, and an okay ability in Poison Touch. The Poison normal typing is actually, it's pretty decent, but this Pokemon's stats are really good. 95 attack, 110 speed. That's pretty good. And then it's 80 special attack. I can run this specially if I want it. I don't think I ever am. But with the 95 attack, a sword stance, and like an air balloon set with Unburden, it's going to be able to sweep late game. I think Grafaiai is going to be a really good Pokemon here. And so, and it's also a grounded poison, which makes people not want to use Toxic Spikes, which I like. The next Pokemon I added was Savali. Savali, I think, is pretty good, especially in Draft League. It gets Defog, and has okay. It has pretty good stat, as 570 stat total, and it's not bad in any single one type. It's pretty bulky. It's gonna be okay offensively. It's okay speed-wise, and it could be any type. I know it says normal type, but I can make this any type I want it to be. It could be a flying type, steel type, grass type, electric type, something to resist Mimikyu. I think Savali is going to be really, really good here. And if I just want it to be the regular normal type, I could give it an item. I do lose out an item if I want to switch types, but I think that's fine, because its stat total is pretty good. And I think it's actually going to be pretty decent. I think I'm going to have to kind of rely on this guy a few times in Team Builder and in games, because it kind of does fix my, like, bad weaknesses. Like, I have a weakness to ground, but if I have Savali, it gets a lot more manageable. So, next I have Rotom Mow with the Levitate ability, which is really good. This guy's stats are pretty good. 86 speed, it's not the fastest, but it's also not the slowest. Pretty good bulk in 107 defense and 107 special defense. Is going to be able to live almost any hit. The only bad thing is like 50 HP isn't the best. And then a 105 special attack, which is pretty good. You could run a lot of items on this. You could go Nasty Plot, Rotom Mow, Choice Specs, Choice Scarf Leaf Storm. Could run this like defensively, support. I think Rotom Mow was a pretty good steal at round 6. And it was in my draft plans. The only thing is that, you know, you want that attack to be lower and then higher HP. Min-max it a little bit. Water break. Really good typing, especially since Levitate had a pretty big ground weakness so far. I also really like Rotom Mow, just as a Pokemon in general. Like, look how cool this guy is. It looks like he has headphones on. He's always moving, he's always smiling. Looks mad devious. The green outline, I love Rotom, especially Rotom Mow, it's my favorite one. This was the end of my draft plan. Like, I had round 1 through 6 played out flat. This is what I wanted. I got every single Pokemon I wanted. I didn't get sniped once, which I was really happy about at the end of the draft. And I realized, oh, I kind of had 3 points that I can use. So I decided to add Fearow to kind of help against the ground typing again, but also something to stop Mimikyu. These Pokemon stats actually are not that bad. 100 speed and 90 attack is pretty decent. The 100 speed tier is something that's kind of important. It's not bulky at all, so that's something you wouldn't like to see. I don't know if this thing gets Brave Bird, but if it does, that actually is pretty good, which I could check right now if Fearow gets a Brave Bird. But the ability Sniper, while it's not the best, a focus energy set, it could be pretty useful. Oh, it actually doesn't get Brave Bird, so its best stab is actually Drill Peck. Not the best, as is a 3-point mon, but I think it's actually going to be pretty useful. I can run Choice Scarf U-Turn, Choice Scarf Return, I can Roost, Quick Attack. I can't use Pursuit, Hidden Power, and I think that's it. Drill Run, not the best stabs, but it's also Defogger, pretty useful. It's not the best Pokemon, but it was my round 7 last pick of the draft. And with that, this is your Maryland Mudkip roster. To go over it again, it's Aegislash, Mega Garchomp, Sylveon, Infernape, Mimikyu, Starmie, Grafaiai, Savali, Rotom Mow, and Fearow. I did get the pool that I'm in. I am in pool Metal Etta with Sableye, Doge the Noob, and Life's Hell. And to go over their teams, I'll go over their teams in the videos I'm making about them specifically. But this team actually has Meloetta in the Meloetta pool. But to go over his team, I'll just skip Sylveon, Mimikyu, and Fernape on all of these. It's Jirachi picked in the first round, then Nidoking, then Toedscool, Meloetta, Vaporeon, Absol Mega, and Aggron. Pretty scary team. And he seems like a pretty good player, so it's going to be a scary game, and it's going to be a fun game. We got the Sableye and the Grand Rapid Spinners. They have Toxapex, Thundurus, Therian, Absol Mega, Mamoswine, Zorakisui, Bronzong, and Leap. I'm gonna get set up by Leap, I already know it. But his team's also pretty good. I'm scared of the Mamoswine. I'm scared of Mamoswine Thundurus, definitely, because they just seem like extreme wall breakers. Toxapex is gonna be annoying to break through. Zoroark is gonna be annoying with his shenanigans. And then we have Doge the Noob, GG, which another Toxapex, Iron Crown, Donphan, Ogerpon, Wellspring, Low Kicks, Komala, Rotom, little Rotom mirror matchup. Low Kicks is pretty scary. Ogerpon, really scary. Got that in like the 4th round, which is really good. I would like to add that I'm facing Toxapex twice, and I'm facing Mega Absol twice. That's not, fun at all. You can see all these guys have a Steel type to stop Sylveon Mimikyu. That should be all. That's the draft review. That's the pool brand. I've gone over to everything, all the information I have now. The battle should be coming out soon. I'm really proud of the graphic that I put together. It took me a long time to put this together. So I am proud of it. And with that being said, see you guys next time.